Hey everybody, welcome to my Minecraft Beta 1.9 pre-release video. In this episode I'm going to do a test run of my umissedclay map seed challenge that I came up with, and I discussed about a week ago or so in a video that I did for the map seed. Basically what this map seed does is it puts you in a swamp, and in that swamp is a hole, and in that hole is an abandoned mine shaft, and down in that mine shaft is treasure, monsters, and more. And in a nutshell, your goal in this challenge is to collect as much as you can on the surface by day. You have 1 day to do so. Hop down into the hole and then live in the mine shaft for as long as you can until you run out of food, and then get back out before you starve. So it's sort of similar to the 404 challenge, but there's a little bit of a twist there. I'll explain the rules as I go on and play, and I'm also going to write this up and put it in the forums for you guys so you don't have to watch this whole video and have it spoiled for you. So let's go ahead and just create a new world. I'm going to call this challenge actually Shafted. That will be the title, and this is just a test run. And I'm writing up a little backstory for it, and you'll see why it's called Shafted when you read the backstory. Game mode must be survival. World options, you have to put in umissedclay, obviously, to get the good map. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be in a swamp. We have 10 minutes to collect as much as we can before hopping down into the hole, and I'll show you where the hole is. Bomb, out of the way. So let's just go right over here and get to work. Now, there's not a whole lot of rules. The 404 challenge had one rule that I'm still unsure about, and that is whether or not torches will be allowed. For this particular test run I'm going to do right now, I am going to use torches. Stop pushing. You know, for something so fluffy and cute, you're awfully pushy. So you want to get some wood and start crafting your beginning tools. Now you can bring down anything you want. Some things are going to be more valuable than others. You really want food. Now again, the primary difference between this and the 404 is the fact that once you get underground, you cannot do any farming. No fishing. You can only eat the food that you get on the surface and bring down with you. So that's one of the primary differences. Make a bowl too. 4 bowls. So that's one of the biggest differences in this and the 404, because your goal is to go down there, collect rail and ore and gems, and then get out. You don't want to stay down there forever. This challenge is not a survive forever underground challenge. This is a survive as long as you can with the food that you have, and before you starve, get back out and tally up your points. And each individual object, the ores and the gems and the rail, will have values to them. The rail is going to be the most valuable, and I'll explain why here in a minute. Let me grab some sand and some cacti. Now the hole we want is over in that direction, and I'll show you how to find that. It's fairly easy to find from the spawn. And if you don't want this spoiled, then I would recommend shutting it off and going to the forum thread in the description. I'll put a link in the description, and read the rules there and try it on your own, because as you can see, there is a dungeon right here on the surface, and this is going to give you a super nice head start. So one of the biggest changes from the 404 challenge, and a critical rule of this, is to stay in the mine shaft. You cannot leave the mine shaft. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to give such a high value to the rail pieces, so that'll kind of entice you to stay within the abandoned mine shaft. The shaft itself is just it's a massive complex anyway, so it's not like you're going to be leaving anytime soon, but there are some natural caves that lead off, and you'll find them. There's one that's fairly close to the startup area, and if you go off a little ways, you'll see that there's no more mine shaft anywhere, and you have to turn around and go back. So I don't want you collecting ores in areas that are not actual mine. I'm thinking of making the rail worth a good, I don't know, maybe 10 points a piece, and ores will only be 1 or 2. So again, in a nutshell, you want to collect as much as you can up here on the surface. And then get over to that hole in the ground before nightfall. And when nightfall does indeed come, you must jump into the hole, survive, and salvage. Now, the hole is right there. You see those little hills there with the snow? It's this closest hill. There's a little bit of snow on top. There's a ravine right there. And that's our destination. Little tip here in the early part, since food is going to be irreplaceable, get as much as you possibly can now while you have the chance. Because you will need it. The more food you have, the longer you'll be able to stay underground. Oh, Fraps always makes this so laggy. Alright, here's some chow. Here's what I like to do. That starting iron, whoops, is great for a nice sword early on. So I can get some quick kills. Man. Just don't forget this, you're going to need it. Sprint! Obviously sprinting is going to make my hunger bar go down faster. It's actually a food bar, so when hunger is increasing, food is going down. Something like that. I wouldn't wander too far away from the opening because you're going to have to get back down there. Oh, come on now, piggies. Malnutrition oinkers. Come on. Give me some food. It's not enough. Get out of the way. Darn it. So I'd say your primary targets here are piggies, cows, and chickens if you can find them. Alright, the ravine is right over here. Here's some cow. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Got some beef there, got some pork, the other white meat. Get some leather here too, make some armor. So, because everything's going to have points associated with it, you'll have to make a decision on whether or not you want to use your iron, for example, to make armor. Armor is going to help you survive longer, but it's also going to reduce your total points at the end. Oh, the chickens. I'd like to get some feathers too. Oh, this is good. Now I'm getting some chow. Now I'm getting some chow. Maybe not. Alright, 7, 1 piece of chicken. And I got a couple of stews I can make. A little worried here about the sun. I still have a little bit of crafting to do. Getting kind of far from the ravine. Alright, let's head over here. I think I've got enough food. I'm not going to go through and play this whole thing right now. I just wanted to talk about the rules. So here's the ravine. I'm going to go right down here, and the waterfall is there, and that's where you're going to jump in. Alright, I want to get some stuff cooking right away. Let's make stone pick for now, and get out of there, sticks. Come on, come on, come on. Time is of the essence. Don't need trees. Again, there won't be any planting or growing. Cook up some steak. You may grab anything you want on the surface to bring down with you. So the coal, the iron's all perfectly fine if you want to grab that. It's all fair game. There is a little bit of ore in that waterfall, which I don't want you to grab. So once you get in the waterfall, you start flowing down. There's no stopping. You just head right down to the bottom. I'm going to interrupt that for a moment. And do I have string? Yes. Craft myself a bow. Craft. Did I get brown mushrooms? Oh, okay. I'm going to have to eat some of this stew right now. And arrows. I don't have any flint, of course. Alright, so let's put the meat back in here. You cook up nice. And I wanted to make a bucket. Bucket's going to be pretty critical down there. Oh, I have a feather, but no. Right. Alright, wheat. Don't need that. Let's eat. So I'm getting hungry. Still day. We're looking okay here. Same to you, my friend. And let's go get a little bit more coal, but I want to grab some of this. Some of this gravel to see if there's any flint in here. I'd like to go down there with a couple of arrows. I think that was one piece. 2, 3. Oh, not too shabby. All right, let's go. Alright, so arrows. Oh, I only have one feather. Thought I saw more flint than that. Alright, let's make some torches for the trip down. So that's one of the rules. I'd like to have you guys in the comments let me know how you feel about torches. I'm kind of torn because I'm not sure if I want to do... Make some pants. If I want to allow torches or not. In the 404 challenge, you couldn't make torches. And it made it obviously more challenging. It made it a lot more interesting as well. So you had to make redstone, use some of your redstone for torches. And you had to utilize lava for lighting. And that was cool. I like that idea. And there will be torches down here, actually, because torches will naturally spawn in the game. In the mine shafts. They're there automatically for you, just waiting for you to grab them. So I think for this quick test run, I'm going to use torches. I'm going to do another test run without, and we'll see. All right, it's starting to get dark, so I think I'm ready to roll. I'll have to cook the rest of the stuff down there. So I'm thinking maybe once you're in the mine shaft, you can't use the coal for anything. Well, for torches. And maybe not even cooking the ore. So, you know, you're working for this mining company, they say you can't use our ore for anything. Once you get down there, you've got to bring it all back out. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you feel about that. Alright, let's hop in now. So now it's nighttime and I've got to go. Dun, 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 dun. So here we go. Once we get in that water flow, ain't no turning back until we're ready to leave. And that won't be until we're out of food and dying. You'll have to make that decision when you're ready to come out. Feel free to light this up, but you must go all the way to the bottom. And here we go. We're in. Phase 2 begins now. You know what I hate is this water. You cannot... I don't want... Get out of the way, man. I guess I can... Ah, thank you. 2 extra pieces of beef. Alright, so here it is. I don't want to spoil any of this for you. But yes, there is a little chest right here. And this mine shaft goes off in various directions. I just want to get somewhere safe, away from the stinking water. Stop. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to grab this water, actually. Oh, some lava. I want to grab a water source. Come on! You know, there's no more jumping and clicking anymore. It's been modified. 1.9. There's a water source right here. Grab it. Okay. Very good, sir. Now, let's find a little home base. Looks good. Dead end. Safe. As you can see, there's plenty of wood down here. You will not want for wood. So once you're down here, the rules are... there really aren't any rules. Just play the way you want to play. Just play the way you played in Minecraft. The one thing is, obviously, don't leave the mine shaft. And I don't want you doing any strip mining. Please don't just go straight through the walls looking for ore. And that's another reason I want the actual rail to be worth more than ore. You want ore to be kind of incidental and very low value. And it may be useful for you in your survival efforts, but I don't want you off looking for it in natural caves. Here's a little little iron to get you started. I'm not going to play this very long. Again, this was mostly just chat about the rules. The water's been blocked. I'm going to make my little home base right here. Got 2 chests from upstairs. Lovely. And start establishing yourself. Now, I have noticed that the food bar doesn't go down very quickly for quite some time. So don't be alarmed. It will go down eventually. You've got a good bit of time before that starts to happen. So you may want to take advantage of that time. Oh shoot, I've got to interrupt my cooking here for a second. This is what I really want. Yeah, lots of spiders down here, so you'll have to deal with them. I don't think I'm going to need that or the sand just yet. Make some kind of a trap. So the big 3 rules down here is no making food, no eating rotten zombie flesh. That's 1. Stay in the confines of the abandoned mine shaft. And don't go off into natural caverns. And don't leave until you're ready to go. But you may get out when your time is up. Ah, lovely. I'm not going to collect all this. I'll leave it for you guys. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you. Oh, there's the lava that got doused. Now, I will allow this. Let's head back over here. Right, that's the way I came in. I will allow, because the water is a little bit annoying. If you want to block this off, feel free. But don't collect anything beyond this point. Okay? Because when you're ready to go, you've got to climb up there and get out. I suppose if you want to collect that iron and stuff on the way out, that's fair game. But, yeah, a chest right here. That's always nice. And I'll give you one more tip before I go. There's a spawner, cave, spider spawner right there. So be prepared for that. You want to make a little door here. Keep all the bad guys out. So look around too, because there are shafts that go up and down around here. As you can see, just do a little bit of digging and you'll find plenty more shaft where it didn't look like there was any before. As you can see, I've got a little source of it right down here. Pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to grab that water source. And make another. I thought I would grab more iron. Alright, so I think that about covers it. So if you guys have any comments, if you have any ideas about actual value for all the different items, you're really only interested in... oh, let's go over here and grab this, by the way. Here's rail. So I'm going to need help coming up with point system for rail. And this is a quick way to collect it. Don't pour it on it, though, because you'll destroy it. Pour it next to it, and it'll pop right up. Kind of a cheesy exploit, I suppose, but it works. So if it works, then it's fair game. So if you guys could put in the comments what you feel about the torch situation, as well as give me some ideas for points. I'll have a point system laid out. I don't know how balanced it's going to be, but I'll have something in the rules. And then give it a try. And if you record it, then upload a video response to this video and I will prove it. We can all watch you play and check out your score. And if you don't record it and you say you have X score and it's ridiculously high, we won't believe you. Video or it didn't happen. Alright, so there's the challenge. Shafted with a umissedclay seed. Good luck. And I'll see you on the other side. Oh, yeah, by the way, don't forget you have to leave. Okay? Don't forget to leave. If you die down here, you don't get any points. Alright, now I'm going to go. Good luck. Oh, also, I didn't talk about the difficulty level. Go ahead and play on normal or hard. I think easy is kind of lame. Peaceful is obviously right out. But normal, you'll get the normal points. And I think if you play on hard, what we'll do is we'll double the points. I think that makes sense. So, play any way you want. Put it in the in your video response. Tell us, show us what you're playing on at least. And we'll tally up the points at the end and see how well you did. All right, good luck. Take care.